They call it the Bride of Upper Egypt, a land of stark beauty and secrets buried deep beneath the shifting sands. This is Minya, a province that holds a magnetic pull for adventurers and archaeologists alike. For centuries, it's been the epicenter of whispers and legends, tales of incredible discoveries and unimaginable wealth. But with every story of treasure, there's a darker, more chilling echo. A warning of mysterious artifacts, powerful curses, and the kind of history that doesn't want to be disturbed. It's a place where the line between myth and reality is as thin as a papyrus scroll. I'm here to peel back the layers of this enigmatic region, to investigate the legends that have been passed down through generations. These aren't just bedtime stories, they're accounts of pharaonic gold, hidden tombs, and relics so powerful they are said to be protected by forces beyond our understanding. The locals speak of them in hushed tones, warning of misfortune that befalls those who dare to seek what is lost. To them, these treasures are not just buried, they're guarded, waiting in the silent darkness for the unwary. So, the question is, are these just tall tales designed to keep looters at bay? Or is there a genuine danger lurking in the deserts of Minya? We're about to venture into the heart of these legends, to explore the sites where history and horror intertwine. The potential reward is immense, riches beyond imagination, artifacts that could rewrite history. But the risk, well, the risk is everything. Join me as we step into the unknown, seeking the terrifying treasures of Minya. The adventure starts now. Our first stop takes us to a place that was once the center of a revolution that shook ancient Egypt to its core, Amarna. This was the city of Akhenaten, the heretic pharaoh who defied 1,000 years of tradition, abandoning the old gods for the worship of a single deity, the sun disk, Aten. He built this sprawling capital out in the middle of nowhere, a testament to his radical vision. But when he died, his legacy was systematically erased. His temples were torn down, his name chiseled from monuments. It's as if the ancient world tried to swallow his city whole, leaving it to be reclaimed by the desert. But you can't erase something that big. The ruins of Amarna are vast, and for decades archaeologists have been sifting through the sand, uncovering palaces, temples, and the homes of its citizens. Yet the biggest prizes remain elusive. The tombs of Akhenaten's inner circle, and perhaps even the final resting place of the legendary Queen Nefertiti herself, have never been definitively found. Locals and experts alike believe they are still out there, hidden in the labyrinthine cliffs that overlook the city, their entrances sealed and concealed from history, waiting for the one person clever or lucky enough to find them. Imagine what could be inside. We're not just talking about gold and jewels, but artifacts that could solve one of Egypt's greatest mysteries. The mummy of Nefertiti, the lost treasures from the Aten cult, texts that could finally explain the chaos of the Amarna period. But finding it is the ultimate challenge. The desert here is unforgiving, a maze of wadis and desolate rock faces. Every shadow looks like a doorway, every cave a potential tomb. The search for Akhenaten's lost legacy is a hunt for a needle in a haystack the size of a kingdom, and the desert itself is the first guardian. From the sun-scorched plains of Amarna, we now descend into the subterranean world of Tuna el-Gebel. This isn't just a cemetery, it's a sprawling underground city of the dead. For centuries, this necropolis served as the final resting place for the citizens of nearby Hermopolis, and it's famous for its vast catacombs filled with mummified ibises and baboons, animals sacred to the god Thoth. But it's the human burials, the tombs of priests and nobles, that are the source of the darkest legends in this part of Minya. It's a place where the air hangs heavy with the silence of millennia. The whispers among the local villagers are consistent and chilling. They speak of cursed gold, of funerary objects imbued with protective magic so potent that it clings to them to this day. The stories tell of tomb robbers who entered these crypts, only to emerge empty-handed and forever changed. They speak of men struck by sudden illness, of families plagued by misfortune, and of shadowy apparitions that guard the tombs at night. According to the tales, the priests of Thoth didn't just bury their dead. They laid magical traps, verbal and spiritual, to ensure their eternal rest would never be disturbed. Is it just superstition? It's easy to think so until you walk these halls yourself. The labyrinth of tunnels is disorienting, and the silence is loud. You feel a sense of being watched, a palpable weight in the air. We're exploring the tomb of Petasiris, a high priest whose burial is a stunning mix of Egyptian and Greek styles. But even here, in this well-documented place, there are sealed doors and unexplored passages. The locals say the real treasures, the ones protected by the most powerful curses, lie deeper, in chambers that remain hidden from the light of day. They believe the magic is real, and that those who ignore the warnings are gambling with their very souls. Carved directly into the limestone cliffs overlooking the Nile, the tombs of Beni Hassan are a window into Egypt's Middle Kingdom. These aren't the grand pyramids of Giza or the golden crypts of the Valley of the Kings. These are the intimate resting places of powerful regional governors, or nomarchs, from over 4,000 years ago. Their walls are covered in some of the most vibrant and detailed paintings in all of Egypt, depicting scenes of daily life, of hunting, sports, and warfare. They offer an unparalleled glimpse into a forgotten era. But for all their beauty, the real mystery of Beni Hassan might lie in what we can't see. For generations, treasure hunters and scholars have been fascinated by the layout of these tombs. They are architecturally complex, with grand halls supported by elegant columns. But there's a persistent theory that what we see is only the antechamber, the public face of these eternal homes. The belief is that the true burial chambers containing the sarcophagi and the priceless funerary goods of these powerful governors are hidden away. They could be behind false walls, down cleverly disguised shafts, or in deeper, unexcavated levels of the necropolis, designed to fool anyone who would dare desecrate the tombs. The ancient Egyptians were masters of concealment. They knew the threat of tomb robbers was constant, so they became ingenious architects of deception. Here at Beni Hassan, the legends speak not just of hidden chambers, but of ingenious traps. Deadfalls designed to crush intruders, deep pits masked by thin plaster, and corridors that lead to nowhere. These stories are amplified by the inscriptions themselves, which contain dire warnings and curses against any who would disturb the deceased. The question is, are these chambers real? And if so, are the ancient traps and spells still waiting in the dark for the next person to stumble upon them? Our journey now takes us to the ruins of El-Ashmunain, known in antiquity as Hermopolis, the city of Thoth. This was one of the great spiritual and intellectual centers of ancient Egypt. Thoth was the god of wisdom, writing, and magic, and his city was a place of immense power and knowledge. Today, it's a vast open-air museum of fallen columns and crumbling statues. But the real secrets of Hermopolis, according to local lore, aren't on the surface. They're buried beneath our feet, in a network of tunnels and archives that have been lost to time. A subterranean library of the gods. The legends here are different. They don't just speak of curses, but of active guardians. Stories passed from father to son tell of secret societies, families who have, for centuries, been tasked with protecting the sacred knowledge of Thoth. These aren't ghosts or spirits, but living people, descendants of the ancient priesthoods who melt into the local population, watching over the ruins. They are said to guard the entrances to these hidden tunnels, ensuring that the sacred relics and magical texts stored within are never found by the outside world. It sounds like something out of a movie, but in a place this ancient, the lines between fact and fiction blur. Then there are the stories of the ghostly guardians. Many who have spent time among the ruins after dark report strange phenomena, disembodied whispers on the wind, fleeting shadows that dart between the fallen stones, and an unnerving feeling of being followed. Some believe these are the spirits of the ancient priests, still performing their sacred duty. They say these entities are drawn to the site, bound to protect the powerful artifacts hidden below, scrolls containing spells, astronomical charts of incredible accuracy, and perhaps even the legendary Book of Thoth itself. Whether human or spectral, the message is clear. The secrets of Hermopolis are not for the uninitiated. All the legends we've explored, the cursed gold, the hidden tombs, the ghostly guardians, they all feed into one ultimate treasure story. It's a tale whispered across Minya's villages and coffee shops, a rumor of a single massive pharaonic hoard of unimaginable value, buried somewhere beneath the vast, empty deserts. This isn't the treasure of a single noble or priest, but the consolidated wealth of a kingdom. The story has several versions, each more tantalizing than the last, but they all point to a discovery that would dwarf even the treasures of Tutankhamun. One popular version of the legend claims that during one of Egypt's many periods of turmoil, when foreign invaders threatened the Nile Valley, The high priests gathered the most sacred and valuable treasures from multiple temples and royal tombs. They secreted this immense wealth away in a single hidden cache, a deep and unmarked tomb or a natural cave system, its location known only to a select few who took the secret to their graves. The goal was to protect Egypt's heritage, with the intention of recovering it once the danger had passed. But history is messy, and the treasure was never reclaimed. It was simply forgotten. Another theory is that it's the lost hoard from a grand-scale tomb robbery. Imagine looters in antiquity, so successful that they emptied an entire royal tomb, but were unable to transport their massive haul. Perhaps they were pursued, or perhaps they hid the treasure with the intent to come back for it later, only to meet their own untimely end. Either way, the legend persists. A king's ransom in gold, silver, lapis lazuli, and artifacts, sealed away not by priests, but by thieves, waiting in the silent darkness. It's the ultimate long shot, the grand prize in the world's biggest and oldest treasure hunt. After journeying through the heart of Minya, from the haunted ruins of Amarna to the whispered-about tunnels of Hermopolis, we're left with a profound sense of mystery. Are these legends of cursed gold and ghostly guardians real? Or are they fantastic tales spun from the very real history that permeates this land? It's easy to dismiss them as folklore, the desert's answer to a ghost story told around a campfire. But here, the past feels incredibly present. In the silence of a 4,000-year-old tomb, you can almost hear the echoes of these warnings. The truth is, Minya is still giving up its secrets. Just in recent years, archaeologists have unearthed sprawling necropolises, dozens of sarcophagi, and tombs that have been untouched for millennia. Every new dig season proves that there is so much more lying just beneath the surface, validating the core idea behind all these legends. There are still incredible treasures waiting to be found. The line between a curse and a simple warning, between a ghost and the weight of history, is thin. Perhaps the legends are just the soul of this place, a way of remembering that the past deserves our respect. The stories of hidden chambers, pharaonic hoards, and lost tombs might be more than just myth. They could be a collective memory, a map written in folklore, pointing toward discoveries yet to be made. The allure of treasure is powerful, but the legends remind us that seeking it comes with its own price. The history of Minya is a story of both riches and ruin, of discovery and danger. It makes you wonder what else is still out there, waiting in the dark. Would you dare to go treasure hunting in Minya?